Alright, so this is it's a motor. They got Ecotech on it, you know. But right here, or this is the radiator, and there would normally be a radiator cap on that side, but this one there's no radiator cap because it's just the engine by itself. It's not in a running car. But there's a coolant reservoir that's right here, and it tells you to open when it's hot. So don't open it when it's hot, you open it when it's cold. And then you twist this off, and then there's gonna be a kit for it that you can use to check if you have any leaks or whatever. And that's this kit right here. It's called the Mitovac model MV4580 cooling system pressure test kit. This kit right here is what you use to check not on the car. Once it's on, there's a little valve right here that the little hole right there is gonna sit on. It's gonna sit on just like this, but in order for it to sit onto it like that, you have to pull this down or pull this up, push it on, let it sit on there snug, give it a couple of times, see if anything happens. And on the fuel reservoir cap, it says surge tank 15 PSI. So that means you have to do 15 PSI on the gauge. It goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So you have to go to 15 and you start pumping. 15 PSI. And then the little gauge thing starts going down. It means you have a leak in your radiator system, or there's not proper coolant that's getting pushed into it. And if you want to make sure that it stays at 15 PSI, you could go around, move the hoses. There's going to be one on the bottom or in the middle, and then there's going to be one up top to where it flows from up all the way down to the bottom that goes inside of the engine over here. And what it does, it keeps your engine cool, make sure that your AC is cold, and to where your engine doesn't have rods that are shooting out of it and your exhaust doesn't turn red. And if you want, you make sure it's snug again. It's still at 15 PSI, hasn't went down. And after that, you move the hoses to the reservoir up here that connects down into the engine, that connects down all the way down. Looks like there's a leak. There's a leak now from the reservoir cap from this hose right here. And so it's leaking, right? But it's still at about 15 PSI. It's decreasing very slowly, and as you can tell, it's leaking. So, which means you either have to replace this hose or replace the clamp that's on it to where it's in better condition. And since there's a leak, you might as well just release the air. There's a little nozzle button right here that you push down just like this. It releases the air all the way down to where it's at 0. Once it's at 0, pull that off. So that goes there. You can take off the yellow and black cap too. the cap back on. Once the cap's back on, put it back in the box. Like how you got it. This one goes right here. That goes there. This part right here goes just like this. This goes all the way down. And you close it back up. Take it back where you got it from. And then that's how you check your coil pressure.